too. If he could start playing on the outside position, out towards ramp with the AWP when we get into those early gun rounds, we could really see some heavy lifting coming through. But before then, we have to start off with the pistol. No util coming through for the T side. Full sets of Kevlar out for everyone. Looks to be a ramp rush.
Straight up and out. Ulta will lead the charge. JT ready to receive them, seeing at least one player. Maybe that second player also gave the information. JT back up here, taps over the headshot of the first player. OC actually steals that kill away as JT is traded. OC swung upon by PTR, gets his 2K, and now continues the outside campaign as they wrap back in, potentially go towards that A side. They have seen Fang as well. Spongy taps up and links him down. Eventually Swisher takes that kill from the backlines of the site. Marky can get one trade involved. And there'll be a 3v2 with a retake. Oh, the taps through the USPs, the taps through the CZ as well. Getting a 2 versus 2 now coming in. Spongy swing back on Sonic. And RZU will deal with the last. So bad news bears will start things off with a very quick and clean pistol round.
Yeah, it was a good rush in towards ramp, and for Extra Salt, it seemed like they wanted to try and get a bit of a crossfire set under that heaven position in from hell between OC and JT, but just not quite being in the right position at the right time. The entries come through from PTR. They start to just rush in towards that upper bomb site, and while Marky is delivering with the USB on the outside control, not enough kills come through for Extra Salt to turn that round in their favor. Bad news bears investing into a couple of SMGs with some rifles coming in, force buy out from the Extra Salt side, and a lot of pressure towards outsiders coming through from them.
Yeah, smoke's on. Quick door shut. Sonic going to keep his eyes on the site itself as Alta plays towards the outside control. The Galil facing in from blue boxes and swishing with the Molotov at the ready to go towards the A play, it seems. Fang burning a little bit, has a teammate Smoke to try and keep him suppressed here and keep this angle on lock. The T's aren't going to go inside though. They've slow walked their way past the red box and into secret control now. Footsteps might be heard. That Deagle has seen contact now. And Sonic taking damage, as will Marky take a dink, but OC is the first to fall. Deagle back and Sonic takes 1 and 2. Not even the third coming through. Spongy around the corner though. Just about gets that frag together, just about keeps the trade.
Lots of damage coming in towards this T side, but back to a 3 versus 3. BNB are now going to start to at least make their presence known. Fang in from the vent is going to try and stop that bomb from coming in, but it's a kill that comes out from PTR towards Squig Door, meaning JT is the last one left out from lobby. Another swing comes out from the Glock out of all weapons to fight a 2-0 start for BNB. Funny enough that they put the outside smokes down, then cross into secret without them, maybe trying to see if they can bait in some fights, because as soon as CTs tried to fight outside, that's where they were losing numbers.
Good efforts on those Deagles in the end for Extra Salt, but not enough and not in time. 2-0. And the Eco going to come through as well for the CT side. Most of the USPs. Fang did bought a P250, so there's always that. Smoke also in for Sonic, but that's about all they have to work with. This is not going to be a round that they should contest here on the Extra Salt side. We'll try and take those off angles here towards the ramp room control. 2 players to stack in, and Mon will be expecting that third if they make their way up here. But this seems to be the exact same default as the last round, so maybe ramp control might not be coming through at all.
For BNB, there could have been a great chance that they do a little bit of their homework out on this map. We saw that for Extra Salt playing it yesterday up against the Pain side with that 16-9 result. The Sonic burning massively towards that top of hut, but it's going to be the play towards this ramp control. Lots of CT sided players are here. How much can they find? 1 kill. They make it 2.
And 3 actually. Hold the phone. The USP's doing the damage. Wow, 1 player left in JT now. This is a 1-on-2. USP having the AK at the very least, going to see what he can do with it perhaps. Bad news bears. Suffering a lot of damage here. Does JT want to go for the retake, or does he think it's better to save that AK? I mean, the smoke down's going to siphon up his option here towards that heaven control. But the slow walk indicates he doesn't want to really go for the retake. Just look for the exits here.
He wants to go for this, going in towards this main entrance, starting to make a little bit of noise. Molly down towards that default position. That's going to force one of the T-side players out into the open. No, not quite. Doesn't land into the middle position. Trying to take the duel onto PTR, but is going to fall. BNB, one thing that we have seen, not only in this game, but over the course of today and yesterday, was how many of like the light, really light eco rounds just somehow do massive amount of damage. I don't know how it happens.
Well, the basic USPs have done enough here to set themselves up for a reset potential on the Extra Salt side. The rifles coming in for the first gun round of the matchup. Fang will move forward the M4, look back towards that silo area, seeing Ulta. Ulta takes that frag and opens things up again for BNB. The AWP of OC up at heaven is going to try and focus fire on somebody back here, but no one is going to receive that contact, so no kill goes the way of Extra Salt at the moment. 5-on-4, they just fall back.
Now they can start to play the mind games, try to force in more mistakes from the CTs, and Marky just presses forward. There is a bit of a trade that comes back from Sonic trying to get that smoke down, and now just 2 players left, and one of them is even towards that lower bomb site, and they know where Fang is. This should be an instant save for Extra Salt.
JT will try and swing back, get 1 player in the lower level, and that might turn things to a 1-man advantage, but I don't think it'll be enough to get themselves into the site retake itself. JT and OC still looking to attempt this, however. Nade not doing any damage. The bomb plant does come through, so now Extra Salt probably just going to think about the safe call, and that looks to be the case indeed. Out of here, out of dodge. And a 4-0 start for Bad News Bears. They have a lot to be happy about at the moment.
They're looking very rock solid on this T side. We saw that for Fang, he wanted to get aggressive behind T Red, ends up being spotted out by the Silo player, and with all that distraction, it allows Alta to get in towards that lower position and just take a number at the damage that he was able to do. 2 kills coming in from him and forcing Extra Salt in that 2 versus 4 setup. And B&B, as soon as they got that first man advantage, they were just waiting in lobby pretty much. Marky and Sonic try and take a couple of aggressive duels, and they don't trade out evenly at all. OC and JT holding onto their weapons now. An opportunity to buy back. OC could drop an M4. JT could do the same. Sonic's going to have to buy himself, however.
Tactical pause called in for Extra Salt. Very similar to how things went down on Train. Lost the very early advantage. Take a tactical and try to figure out how you're going to play things out from here. The weapon save will enable them to reinvest, so they will go ahead and do so. Like you mentioned, there is enough just about max loss bonus in play. We'll be lacking in utility for a couple of players, in particular Sonic and OC. Fang can afford the full set and a defuse kit as well. A couple of kits in for Marky and JT already, so the setup is relatively well defined. But Extra Salt need to find rounds, most importantly here. Like, their main concern is going to be losing to the one-sided scoreline of Bad News Bears. We saw it happen on Train, we've seen it happen on Dust too, so let's try to avoid it for Nuke.
Well, they get that tactical pause in, and for B&B, they start a pretty aggressive approach out towards this ramp control. NWP posted an angle, does get baited out by JT, but they're still rushing forward, and he's got to try and look back over, only gets that 1 kill. A lot of damage comes in, however.
Flashbang in for Marquis, off shot not ringing out, does not quite connect towards it. OC can trade back RZU, and there's a lot of damage being done to several players on the T-side line, in particular Swisher and PTR. So Sonic now staying up with the automatic weapon down in the ramp control, knows that the players have dropped. As they try and make their way to this position, he's going to be in the prime angle to shut down at least the 2 players that are facing him, and both of them are low. PTR seen, spray through, catches that frag, and falls back to the site.
Yeah, well played there from Sonic. Don't overextend at all. And for B&B, well, they do have that ramp control and they can pick that bomb back up. There's got a difficult edge for them to kind of work with. They've got to make a decision. Do they want to drop towards that lower bomb site, go back in towards lobby? Because if they do, they won't know if the CTs have already got contention of it.
Spikes down towards the observation window and on the site itself towards the double doors, in fact. Swisher checking dark, but Sonic's repositioned entirely. Can't see those T-side forces here. His main entrance has been siphoned off. He can hear that bomb plant, however, and he'll just wait for his CT backup to arrive, for the smoke to clear, for the T-side contact to be taken. Spongy down at Old Toxic, Sonic does not see it so far. Didn't see that player on the back of the rafters either. Info being gained. Just about sees that player, but can't connect the shot. Sonic tagged low as a result. Repositioning and stalling for time at this stage here. 2 players are also low for Extra Salt at the same time. Finally, Spongy goes falling stall on Swisher. Now with the Molotov up, turning away at the wrong moment. Fang can take that kill and get the first round to the board of Extra Salt.
Much better there for the City side, and they didn't stop fighting. That was one of the big things out from that ramp control, is that even for JT having a little bit of a tough time trying to reposition, you can see the way in which OC was trying to get as much assistance out there as possible. Sonic doing the same, and just making sure that no matter what position Bad News Bears are in terms of taking map territory, it is going to be difficult and it is going to be deadly for them. Holding on to that 3 versus 2, they end up just falling back. Retake comes through. Does take a little bit of time even without that kit, but they get it together. And first round on the board for the Extra Salt side, and now running double orbs into round 6. Ooh!
Straight in for PTR, lands that opening kill. Kicks things off on the right foot here for the T-side line. Bad News Bears going to try and see if they can frag back against the likes of ES. Take him down very early in this one. Reset us back to a 5-1 scoreline. Again, Sonic to fall first is definitely a positive start here for the T's. Our pin for OC, however, can be deadly. Currently the only player positive for Extra Salt at the moment. And he was super deadly on Dust too, so he might have to come online here to do some damage on Nuke.
Both AWPers getting super aggressive towards that squeaky jewel, and PTR is the one that wins out the opening fight. A little bit of utility starts coming out to the closed vent position, in which they're able to realize that none of the CTs are playing from there. They've got that position out from Secret, though, from RZU. So while it could be an upper take, this outside play could just be trying to cut off rotations.
Up rounds from the AK, RZU creeping up across credit card. Fang making noise, no idea that player's there and almost lost his life for it. Can get the trades in, Marky back behind the blue boxes, backed up by his teammate in JT, gets that one frag. OC turns up with the AWP, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Heavy damage sustained by Extra Salt, the Molotov burns, and Fang will take down the one in PTR. Molotov faked once, will be put down there for a second time as the bomb plant will be secured here by Swisher.
1 versus 2. Now, he's got the information that both these players are low, but how does he try and reposition himself, get back in towards Hut, take that lobby control, and see if he can isolate these 2 1v1s?
Ashes on, that bomb's not planted for him though, so if Fang takes face, sees that man, the second player can just stick the whole defuse, I think. On the bomb, the defuse get in for OC, still swings to take that frag, because he knows he can win it, and he will get the round together for Extra Salt to follow it up off the back of their first rifle. Bad news bears, bomb plant bonus is not going to bolster the full buy here. They might have to think about a half buy, or maybe even a forced investment. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, and neither would they, it seems. Tactical pause to discuss the strategy.
Yeah, for B&B, I think they got a little bit too ahead of themselves. Like, that play outside from RZU could have been great. Instead, he kind of slow walks out from garage, and when that execution's coming in from upper, we see Fang just starts running out from credit card, and then there's just a player right in front of him. If there was maybe a pause of 2 or 3 seconds there for RZU to create that lurk attempt, that could have been the site pretty much handled very easily. Even just that 1 versus 2 from Swisher, trying to peek back into the main player, getting so close to being able to deal with Fang on just 1 HP, but not quite the situation. And a buy very similar to how Pain were playing a lot yesterday, Jay. We'll see them a little bit later on tonight, but that Hero AK coming in from Swisher and an Eco all around it.
OP for Sonic this time gets that opening kill on RZU, so that's a start to return back for the CT side. The M4 here for JT does not get any of the frags on the ramp stack. Damage has been done to those pistol players, but still, they get away with a 4 versus 4. The Orposi down to chime in, gets those 2 frags, they're gonna drop that bomb, but 2 trades back upstairs and down, and Sonic suppressed in low HP with a 2 versus 2 scenario. That bomb has been dropped, they know exactly where it is. Swisher's best bet is to get back towards the A play, squeaky door opening up, and he gets out towards the ramp control.
Yeah, PTR is going to be able to at least siphon them off in the vents position, so the only way the CTs can rotate up will be via Secret or out from that ramp control, and both players coming in from Secret, from Sonic and Fang. The bomb has not yet been committed to the upper bomb site, but it's getting closer.
I think they heard both sets of footsteps downstairs, so they should know that both players rotated away. Swisher, that bomb plant repositioning to try and go ahead and join PTR. That gun barrel's seen. Oh, Sonic's a dead man. Swung upon with low HP. Fang was setting himself up for the backstab into the lobby control, and now he's setting himself up for the save call. No chance for this retake, especially with how slow he's walking, especially without the kit. There was one drop towards lobby control, so if he was a bit quicker, he might have been able to get this round together, but now look away from PTR at the wrong moment. It's going to lead to his death. No, they had their backs turned toward each other, but exit frag is best bet. This will be a round back for Bad News Bears.
Get that kit, just that extra little bit of investment being saved in, but money's in such an awful state here for the Extra Salt side. Fang going to try and go forward, maybe see if he can get a weapon. Did he just chuck away an M4 and get another one?
Yeah, there were 2 weapons dropped down there. Unfortunately, he tapped E onto the wrong one, so he didn't get the
right. Was it the same M4 or was it a different M4?
It was a different one. I had an Asimov. So.
It's a different M4, right? Okay.
I believe it was Marky's M4.
Right. All right.
Oh. Digression to this stage. It's an M4 regardless. That's the AK standard for Bad News Bears. The buyback will come through for Extra Salt. There's an SMG for JT, though. He might be a concerning linchpin for this T-side line. He's playing out towards that ramp control, which is not where the T's are going to be holding in from, but retakes might provide themselves a little bit difficult here for Extra Salt. Sonic is trying to find players to open up this round here. There's aggression towards outside in particular from Fang, but the T's want to play in towards the A side, it seems.
It's going to be an upper take here for the T side. Now, with Fang outside, even with those smokes going through, he's got the information. It's not an outside, it's a fake.
Flash down, smoke towards main. Sonic going to evade that flash coming in from the hub control, and a crossfire locked alongside Marquis, who sprays this damage towards 2, getting the kill on 1. Ultra and RZU have chime in to clean up the rest of the A-side defenders, and now Fang and JT left alone. 4-on-2 situation. Maybe the M4 could catch PTR off guard, but even then he's got swings coming in towards that hub position, gets that kill in, Incendiary back on PTR's angle, forces that player away, doesn't quite get the shot and not the kill. But the time being stalled for BNB just leaves the route to go to their favor at this stage. The swing actually does come through for a secondary frag. Third kill not found. AWP picked up. Actually, the AUG does swing back, so Fang's got a chance now. Kit in play, the AWP moving up towards the site, moving out to the back of the site in particular. Knows that Ultra roughly there somewhere. Oh, the quick scope's good! And that's just enough time to get the defusing clutch around for extra salts.
Was that OC or was that Fang? My goodness, what a shot comes out from the AWP. Super well played in that 2 versus 2. They try and isolate the picks. They know there's a player out towards that close vent position. The AUG swings from heaven, and then Fang in that 1 versus 1 slows it down. Slow walks in, gets such a quick flick, gets onto the defuse, extra salt. That's got to be the #1 clutch in them today.
And it's the kind of clutch that could turn momentum back their favor. Bad News Bears forcing out a second tactical timeout. ES back in the driver's seat for a moment, but will it be responded to? Will the T-side players be able to get this force buy to work up? It seems unlikely because there are only 2 rifles in an AWP and a Galil. So for BNB, it's definitely not their best round.
Yeah, these rounds have been super close, though, from both teams, and it really shows by the economy state that we're seeing from Extra Salt and now for Bad News Bears going into round 9. Yes, they've got the AWP from PTR, but that's really going to be the high-impact weapon going into this next force buy round for them.
Incendiary's up. Try and stop that cross out from Redbox. There's no second smoke towards there, and I mean, I guess the Incendiary will block it in its own right. Smokes down from, shots down from OC, I should say. Flashes go over, the resmoke does come through from the T's in the end. The blind fire's not connected to any player on the T side line. So Bad News Bears can gain map control to try and counteract the lack of firepower they've got. Drawing two CTs down towards the lower level as well, so they're going to draw attention away from the A play, which is where they're going to be playing towards.
They're making a lot of noise, though, out from this garage position, and OC hasn't really swung out wide from heaven, instead focusing his attention out towards this main cross, and now looking from outside. There's going to be a lot of T-side players around OC.
There's a kill from Fang, opens up the round, drops that bomb. Out in the open, no T-side player to cover it off. Spongy walls will be dealt with by OC next. The AWP continuing to fire away. PTR and also go down. So that's a switch up. Deagle 1 versus 5, it's not going to happen. Nice and easy again from the T's to, or CGs I should say, to clean it up. Force by, locked out, eco, in full, coming through here for round 10.
Yeah, it won't be any, right? 2,400 loss bonus. If there was a bomb plant in that last round, then maybe we see like a Deagle buy for everyone, but yeah, it's just going to be a Glock round. I kind of want to see maybe like a vent dive. I mean, they've got no smoke, so that's always going to be incredibly difficult, but some sort of rush to be able to try and attempt to at least get a bomb plant.
Taps through from PTR. Putting something out here towards the ramp control. Sonic will look down here with a smoke up towards the squeaky door. We'll try and stop the T-side players making their way in just for the moment here. Plenty of time for Bad News Bears, though, so it's just early utility bait from the T-side.
As they can keep baiting out more util, the longer this time goes and the more jiggle peaks that come through from the T side. PTR is eventually going to fall to JT's molly, so from there, they get the opening mount advantage. The Deagle does get recovered now in the hands of RZU, but for BNB, they're not hoping for too much in a round like this.
M4 just baiting up, looking to the back lines, looking towards that squeak area. So far, so little being seen here. We are waiting. M4 sees what's going on. Spray through, catches that 1 kill. Ultra will fall back towards Marquis. Fang deals at RZU. And doubles up as well on Swisher, so all 5 alive. Barely getting damage done to the CT side. The eco pretty nice and easily cleaned up there, as you would expect there from the defensive forces. The rifles can come back in for the next round as we go 5-all now.
Really nice to see that coming into this last map of the winners game that it's actually being very competitive. It's being very close to being very back and forth from both these sides. We suddenly saw that that was not the case out in the first map of Train and Dust 2. And Bad News Bears looking like they wanted to put a little bit of utility out towards their outside position. O's actually bringing the AWP over from Ramp. He's typically been playing either outside or up towards Heaven.
Flash over, in from Marquis, faces the switcher, takes him down immediately. Gets that start out for the CT side. Extra Salt back in control. Bad News Bears going to try and play towards the outside control, having lost the indoors area. Spongy a little bit lagged, I should say, behind his teammates. OC flashing against him, turning away to still get flashed off by it regardless. That's a great flick though. RZU falling. And it forces Bad News Bears to take a quick turn in direction, back over towards the decon door where JT is covering off with his M4. So he's opening up, sees that player in the back, Smoke there, try and cover off by a bit of breathing room for them, and still they press forward, gets that kill in alongside OC turning up that AWP against Alta, and now he's left to try and deal with PTR bursting through. There's Sonic to support it. And a very nice lockout there. Extra Salt now. There's the team play I wanted to see in map 1. There's the team play that's been missing, I think, all series long so far. Gets them in the lead now on the CT side.
Get to a position where we're seeing a really healthy streak coming out from the Extra Salt side. This has got to be 4 rounds in a row from them. There's been a lack of bomb plants too coming in for the Bad News Bears side, meaning that it's just buy eco over and over as that loss bonus gets higher and higher for them. Try to just commit towards an upper play. They're at least lining up utility from T-Roof.
Nades on, damage done into the vents. Fang's going to try hold. He's got players standing on his head. And here that OC and Sonic can clean house as a result of it. Oh, Bad News Bears weren't ready for that. Fortunately, there were no rifles, so no trades can come through. And again, all 5 players remain alive. And Extra Salt with some very confident holds in these rounds. They've gotten away with no casualties whatsoever, so there's plenty of money.
There is a lot of money here for the CT side, and typically when you're in the vents and you hear them coming down or you can see them, you normally just drop down to the bottom so you're not spraying on the ladder, but no, Fang just holds down mouse 1. So much damage starts coming in from the CT side. Fast play comes out from Bad News Bears towards outside with the bomb, crossing without smokes though.
I mean, they did this before. Like, it's not like it's a completely new idea or something that's coming out of left field. Bad News Bears are actually pretty successful when they crossed out with no smokes. Depending on whether Extra Salt have been drawing attention away towards that lobby control. That's what Spongy's there for. He's been pretty unsuccessful so far. That AK of RZU sees the next player in Fang, in the garage control. OC's going to reposition to try to get a bit more active on this outside defense. These smokes down to block the T-side players from making their way forward. A counter smoke comes in from them, however, so a bit of a wasted piece of utility. Fang waiting, sees 2, sprays through, does not connect on either one.
Get that opening man advantage just by flashing in towards that garage play. Run boost comes out towards the right-hand side to peek up towards the Heaven position. The AWP from OC is waiting for him. Oh no, it's Sonic in fact.
Again, as you mentioned, that run boost to the left-hand side could potentially offer them opportunity. Once he gets Ultra, flicks back towards Switcher, and Marky lines up 2 out towards main, with Spongy being left alone. Extra Salt, pressure towards outside, but as soon as they relieve it, the whole round crumbles for Bad News Bears. And Spongy's best efforts will not be enough to clutch this time.
Jeez, couple of great shots from Sonic outside, and it is kind of wild to think that for Extra Salt, how there's been so many AWP plays that hasn't involved Sonic, right? We saw Fang in that 1 versus 1 clutch, now Sonic being the double AWPer out from that hell position. That adjustment out towards a garage player, not an easy shot to hit at all. And for BNB, they are really starting to lose this control on the T side.
When they've lost the half at this stage, 8-5 favor the CT forces. Fang's gonna make his way towards outside. Sonic makes his way downstairs into the ramp control. Switcher knows about this. Flashbang waiting out here. Spray through, gets himself 1. AK for Marky, however, lines up the spray, and they all fall apart. The half bite down towards the AK. 4 kills for him, and PTR, well, what can he do?
We're starting to see some really big individual moments for Extra Salt, and that's one of the things that have been lacking, right? We see that the T start to pressure out towards that ramp control, and while OC is in a very difficult position, close quarters with the AWP, it's Marky to stand up and have a really big defensive hold. PTR, with the AWP in a 1 versus 4, this is going to be a very difficult situation for him.
Minute to the clock, peeking up, player in observation. That's Sonic there with the AWP blocking it down, locking out the round for a 9th for Extra Salt. It was a half buy, so Let's see if maybe there's a bit more to play with going into the final gun round, the final round of the half as well. And before we get even there, a tactical pause comes in from Bad News Bears. They have struggled in this half. They have one final chance to make it close.
Extra Soul are just thriving on this momentum. And another pointer that we haven't really discussed is just the AKs on CT side. We've seen consistently for the last, 4 or 5 rounds or so that there's always been one AK in play. And not only has it been in play, but it's been involved in action, whether it's been trades, whether it's been opening man advantages, whether it's been spray downs. They have just been chipping over towards his T side. And for Bad News Bears, with 3 tacticals in that first half, they've just not been able to find the response. 7 rounds in a row from Extra Salt now.
And the CTs really have maintained control. I mean, this is pretty similar to the way things went down on Train when Bad News Bears took their aggressive face and had their big round streak. Slowly but surely the teams are going to play here towards the outside control, but a majority of presence in the lobby. This looks to be another upper take potentially. Might lean in towards Ram, but they're being a bit tentative to that position.
Might even think that it was a vent dive attempt coming through. Sonic at least sprang with that smoke. JT's going to hold them out from Trophy for just a little bit longer, and they're even bringing OC in. This is a good crossfire.
Yeah, meanwhile, they have that secret control from the T side. It's going to have to rest on the split, but if they can't get the main T side forced in, they're going to struggle on this one. OC with a secondary pick as JT goes down. Expecting aggression, he falls away in a 4 versus 3. The chance for RZU to act is going to be right about now, actually. He's going to continue the split, however. He's going to continue to try siphon in. If he can take down Sonic, then they can open up the site here. It's all a case of timing.
Yeah, Sonic's got to wonder if he doesn't see anything out from observation that there's a bit of a backstab in play. It all comes down to the timing of how quickly RZU is going to get there. And even for Fang, he may want to try and take a fight onto these ramp players.
So many elements in play in this round, and Fang's not going to become one of them. Is Sonic going to get seen? RZU should catch him now, taps off his head, and takes us back to evens. Chance available now for Bad News Bears as no one's on the lower levels. Rotations will be pretty slow from Extra Salt. Fang swings up though. Can he deny the part from here? He'll try it. He'll get there ahead too late, but he will gain the man advantage. Only a temporary measure though. 2 trades back from PTR, and RZU leaving Fang as the only player left. Flashbang in towards the decon door, double doors closed at this stage, hearing footsteps around him though. Swing back. Can't see the player that's out towards his direct face. He'll try and aggress him, however. See that player sprays through. PTR can adjust against this now. He's going to be suppressed towards decon door. Get that kill together. And PTR responds to get at least a stick to Bad News Bears to close out the first half.
Too long, all the gray between the right and wrong. Takes a warrior to sing this song. When the glory and the pain is gone, it's the failures that make you strong. And can you see the path they're walking on? We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up in the world. We're moving up. This
probably one of the closer halves we've had over the course of the day. Here is Extra Salt, keep it up at 9-6 going into their T side. Bad News Bears did struggle in that first half, but they were able to turn around a closing round on round 15 to potentially get the momentum to go into the second half with. Dwayne, we have a pistol round on our plate. What do Bad News Bears need to do to try to bring this back?
They certainly need to get off to an aggressive start, and it looks like it's going to be the play towards outside for the CTs, but a lot of contestant here out towards ramp control. This could be a late lurk outside from OC, or instead actually wrapping around for an upper take.
Oh, Swisher's way in. He's seen 3 players. Only gets that 1 frag. Marky and JT going to capitalize on it. Get him and RZU to fall. Ultra's on side. He's made his way back from heaven. Sees 2 players coming in from 2 different angles and sandwiched in by the T-side forces. The last will fall to heaven, and it will be 10 for Extra Salt.
You can see the trigger discipline coming out towards that Mustang position at the top of the rafters, but just not quite being able to find enough of those connections. Extra Salt looked like it was going to be a play that was very slow, right? You saw them in towards Trophy, had a lurk outside, and then all of a sudden they regroup in for lobby and just bomb rush that upper bomb side. Nice and quick, nice and fast, and the entries were so clean.
Yeah, nice and efficient there from Extra Salt, and a very confident pistol to keep the confidence going. They have come into their own by the turn of this third map. How even by the second map they were looking particularly good. Stalled for a moment here on Nuke, but now they're back in full control. The MAC-10s and the Galils around the AK coming through here for the buyback, and Bad News Bears are going to be on the force by themselves. SMG's close. I said you with a D, go up against JT, can't take him down. Look for Marky next, a bit off-center with the crosshair placement, so he goes falling in trade.
They don't know about the player in from Secret, though, so it's only going to be a matter of timing if PTR starts to swing up to maybe be able to take a bit of a duel. But look at this play from Sonic. These are some silent pushes coming through, but the bomb gets dropped because there's a backstabbing player on T-Roof.
And now Spongy's seen the next T player up at the Heaven control, has to fall off the rafters and take some damage. Swisher just rotating back to ensure that nobody else is going to continue on the lobby control, so they don't have to worry about this angle whatsoever. They have to worry about the other side of the site instead. Fang will aggressively that player, burst through on the Galil, can't get Swisher to fall though. An Extra Salt struggling in against the Bad News Bears, forced by 40 seconds. They have to make that bomb make its way to the site.
They've at least picked up that bomb, but there's so much information already being taken. They might just lean out towards this ramp control because we knew that Sonic slow walked in into that lower bomb site. The nearest player is going to be PTR out from Secret.
The SMG coming in thick and fast, but he's going to need some serious support, and one player's made his way back towards the ramp engine to try and provide it here. SMG swing takes out Sonic. That's a decent start. Now there's 2 more CTs there to join him. Bomb goes down, bursts through on the Galil, only takes that 1 frag. Ultra trades it to Fang and a 1 versus 3. Flashes in, is exposed towards the ramp position, takes that first frag, but naded and tagged towards nothing. As Bad News Bears steal the retake right back and get that 7 to the CT board.
And they might not have won the pistol, but they've won the force by. Nice job from RZU outside to at least gather that information. And I don't know what happened in terms of timings, right? But Sonic slow walked out from ramp, got that area of the map clear, and then Swisher must have pushed aggressively into lobby, whether it was via hut or out from Squeak Door if it was opened up, got on towards T-Roof, and then the bomb gets dropped outside, and Extra Salt were thinking to themselves, well, wasn't Sonic just in lobby? How did that manage to happen? It must have just been a split second where both players didn't see one another.
TAC-9 CZs, the Galil in for Fang, the XM on Swisher. In the main focal point of the Bad News Bears side, they've got rifles across most of the rest of the CT board. The pistols are trying to find an angle to work with. Oh, Sonic's made his way right past the shot. He has no idea. He just made his way down the vent dive. Nades on. He does make his way in the end. Take that tag off. Sonic does some more tag damage towards him, or the same. And Swisher eventually finds that kill, realizing what really happened. The AK will also be out here to try and provide support here against the T-side forces. Will fall, so that's some side.
There's a lot of players at this lower bomb site, though. 3 players in total for Bad News Bears, all rotating in. Fang does deal with a player out from the vent, so a chance for that bomb to go back up to the upper bomb side, needing that information. Oh. What? How does that kill come through from Fang?
1 HP. 1 HP. If that crosshair placed a little bit differently, that probably would have been a kill for Bad News Bears, but 3 on 2. And Fang is going to lurk back here towards the lower site. It's going to be PTR and upper. Looking in from main. He should know that these players will make their way in. Decon door will be opened up. Oh, PTR. He's going to catch up this one player. Realize the rotation's inbound. Fang is going to go falling and now at least look back towards the outside. Control turn right up on OC's head. Take him out. It will left the marking now to try and clutch.
Down to the newest player from this Extra Salt side, planting open for the vent, so a chance for Peter just a wide swing, but he doesn't do so. For Mars now going forward, into the 1 versus 1 we go.
And behind the box is hitting the footsteps. Bungie's giving away too much information, but still wins the fight. And still wins the round for Bad News Bears. Big clutch in from him. A little bit of VM as well to add towards the defuse will come through. Bit of a difficult situation for Marky regardless, however. So like, that was always going to be a tough sort of situation for him to win. Bad News Bears. I've had some blunders down on the B site, but in the end, with the man advantage, the HP advantage as well, they were able to turn that round to their favor.
Yeah, he played it the best that he can. It looked like he was actually trying to fake that he was going out towards that hut entrance on the death cam and then back off back to that left-hand side and just play like a very unique angle where you're just right out in the open. You're not expecting it, but still the clutch does come through. And Bad News Bears, they're really starting to close the gap now.
Incendiary's up. Stop them from making their way closer here as they try and get these early round advantages on the Extra Salt side. I mean, with how close it has been, you can imagine that just a couple of good shutdown executes will give them a 10-all scoreline. And for Bad News Bears, it would be amazing to win out their second series in a row against Extra Salt. The good kill on Fang will start things off. M4 up here in the vents. Sonic coming through. SMG on site is going to get overrun with a numbers game. Sonic doing damage towards Swisher, but him and PTR come up from heaven and hell and deal with all the players involved. OC left alone, back towards the corner. And this round gets cleaned up by the CT side.
They know the OC's out there towards that vent position, just with the spam coming in, and eventually Swisher's M4 pistol is going to be able to find that connection, get the difference to only 1 now. And you're right about that. We know that in the head-to-heads that Bad News Bears won out the last best-of-3 series. If they can replicate it again, that would be the great avenue of going into the playoffs, because this is the winner's match. This is the best of the best. Both of these respected teams winning out their opening games yesterday.
Yeah, the tease of Extra Salt. To win another one in a row and again claim that playoff spot to avoid tomorrow's decider matches, if at all possible. And very early into this round here, we're seeing much more passiveness coming out from Extra Salt. I've got one player that is, I think, aggressing towards the ramp control in the form of Sonic. Yeah, he's looking back towards the CT player, trying to bait in an opening kill. Might even give up his life if he's not careful. He knows that there's a player out there behind the orange boxes. And in the end, he opts to back off.
Marky's able to get a kill pretty much solo outside and very dry as well. Now going into the split towards the A site. It's aggressive and Marky finds a double on the entry. Sonic now getting involved and the save just got to come through. Bad News Bears, there was so much silence going through in the first 30, 40 seconds of the round. And as soon as Marky gets that first kill, they go, right, let's just rush in towards A.
Yeah, that was perfect placement there from Marky, just tapping heads off on the entries. And getting the round together for his team. Extra Salt going to deny the equal standing for Bad News Bears. 5-on-2 situations, have to save those weapons here. The money is okay, but it definitely would be better for them to hold on to the M4 and the AUG. And probably wouldn't be worth the risk to go for the hunt either, or try and track down the exit frags. They can escape out towards the T-spawn. And Extra Salt will be up 11-9 now for the favor of this T-side force. What's the money going to look like for Bad News Bears, however? That's the main concern for me. It's okay. Do they go for a force here? I mean, it's a difficult one to weigh up. You hope so?
Really? Yeah. Look, you've got enough money to get the AWP out for PTR. Drop an AWP. Peter could drop an M4 himself. Maybe one of the players is going to have to buy, but knowing that you're down in this kind of a close scoreline, try and get yourself in straight away. The last thing you want to do is bring over momentum for Extra Salt, because we saw it in the first half. Once they got what more than 2 or 3 rounds in a row, they ended up making it 7. So if you make sure that you're always applying pressure, always trying to keep this game close, that's the better outcome, and I'm glad they're forcing going into this next.
Yeah, well, a shotgun out for Swisher once again here. Bad News Bears in with a weapon that can be effective on Nuke if you can place it right. I have seen many a big sort of like rifle investment similar to what Extra Salt are bringing up just get absolutely melted through by the shotguns. Bad News Bears, the setup is not going to be their main concern. To me, some of the players here on Extra Salt, you can see that there's 3 players that are top fragging at 18 kills over on that T side each. Having a really good time about this on the Extra Salt camp, so Play out the defaults here. These shotguns will be placed top of the hut position, ready to receive. Actually, Ultra, excuse me, that's on the top hut position of the player there, down towards into the hut itself. Frag found on Fang. Kicking things off great for the CT forces. Rifle can get recovered.
A good kind of utility comes out from that smoke towards Squeak Door, and Extra Salt were lining themselves up for an upper take with lots of utility out from that T roof. But now with that first player falling, they can start to continue running out the default, and Alta hasn't picked up the AK as of yet.
Bit scared to face in, finally gets rid of that SMG and grabs the rifle. Now a little bit more to play with here for the CT forces. PTR got that AWP on lock here towards Hell. Try face in for Marky. No flash to support it. The kill comes in with a secondary frag found now by Bad News Bears. 5-on-3, and all 3 players remaining for Extra Salt here in the ramp control. Spongey's backed off, but PTR continues to hold a passive angle.
Now, they had the utility, but they wanted the quicker approach and the drier approach out towards ramp, and it just doesn't work. 5-on-3 advantage now. Extra Salt are just slowing it down, trying to see if they can force out a mistake, an overextension for the CTs, and it's just not happening.
25 seconds, Extra Salt moving up into the lobby control once again. Incendiaries go down. Trying to block off the entries here towards Squeak Door. PTR suspects there might be a player here towards Hell, and actually Sonic gets that kill back. Turning up here. Oh, see, did he just find that jumping shot on Swisher? I think he might have done. Sonic gets Ultra now. He's going to be the last player left for 5 seconds. Got to get that bomb to get planted at this moment in time. I think he's ahead too late. He'll try and hunt for the exit, but he's out of the round here. Bad News Bears shutting down the exit coming in from the entries over at the hut control. And as a result, they get themselves within 1.
Oh, that's really well played from PTR too. Like, that just really shows the veterancy that he brings to this lineup. In a 2 versus 1 situation, when you know how low that timer is, often you might just want to try and swing out wide and get the connection, but realizes that there could be a fake attempt in, doesn't even give him the opportunity to take a fight. And now double digits coming through from Bad News Bears. Missed Molly up towards a silo position, allows Extra Salt to run outside.
Look at Marky dropping in, taking RZU immediately, looking to the second transfer, that's great towards Swifter, who gets a double of his own, makes it a triple in fact. OC trades, Sonic on site, trying to look for Spongy, he gets that response frag, and OC now knows where both CTs are at, coming in towards the vents control, gonna go down for the B-site plant.
Late rotations in from Bad News Bears allows OC to plant very open towards that lower bomb side. 1 versus 2, we've seen him clutch with the AWP. He's got to stake hands with this AK. Both players coming in from Secret on the CT side.
Hearing both sets of footsteps, don't know they're both going to be coming in from the window room and from double doors. Assuming the double doors don't open up, however. Looking upstairs, keeping his eyes set. Nades on, and both players coming in from the same angle. OC gonna play the forest spot. Headshot found on the first.
Oh!
And the second connects it and makes it a 3K to keep them alive here. Extra Salt just fending off the Bad News Bears.
That round had it all. We saw so many multi-frags. The missed util outside allows Extra Salt to just run down, get their way in from main. A couple of kills come in from Marky, and then switching towards the top of rafters. He ends up fighting a triple. It goes back and forth. OC diving down into the vents, wins a 1 versus 2, and destroys the economy for their opposition.
Sonic expecting aggression from Swisher. Deals with that opener. So far, so awkward for the Bad News Bears side. Extra Salt just continue their outside campaign here.
Now, Spongy's starting to hear a few of those footsteps. A good start out from Extra Salt to be able to deal with that hyper-aggression coming through from the hut entrance. And Marky might even try and make a bit of a solo play in from heaven.
On the railings, trying to look towards CT spawn, and minute to go for him. JT with the Galil. Oh, there's a Deagle pushing forward. PTR has absolutely no idea that they've made their way this far forward. Kill found, Marky can act. Spongy will trade him back here. AK they can pick up. And RZU, he's hearing a lot of footsteps out here actually. This could be really interesting for them. They go downstairs and back out towards the secret control. Spongy, back turn. Fang can take that kill alongside Olsey. And Alter out of dodge. He might not have been spotted here, so let's see what he can find. RZU gonna have to close in from ramp and attack from the other side of the site. Oh, the Deagle comes in against the bomb planter, takes him down. Fang there with a quick response. And now it's all left to the last here. This Deagle into the ramp position. As soon as they know where he is, they can get that bomb to the appropriate site. But 20 seconds, if he denies the part in the last second, that could be everything. He takes out JT. And Sonic forced to swing back. Incendiary coming through. He'll make his way through the smoke here. Flash their way out to the right-hand side. He can't deny the bomb plant at this stage, but he's still going for this. The flick's still not good enough, though. Fang shuts him down.
Decent attempt there for B&B. You could see what they were trying to hold in that sort of round where they just want to try and get it very chaotic. Extra Salt play a really good mid-round, especially out towards that Hell and Heaven position from Marky and JT. They just wait for the mistake to come through. RZU trying to clutch, just doesn't quite come out. Extra Salt now getting closer and closer to 16. B&B, they just can't even afford to get like any upgrades into round 24.
Swisherman made his way downstairs, I think. Sonic with that AK. Watching and waiting for this player, but 1 minute and 32 the clock. Plenty of time for Extra Salt to play the patient sort of style here. There's a little bit of a lobby crunch coming through from the CTs, but it's mostly the outside controls. They see nothing here whatsoever. Sonic is the only man at passive at the entrance towards lobby. Takes PTR. Gonna get swung upon by Ultra. Takes a secondary kill and the triple. And the quadra. Nice and easy. Swisher, only player that wasn't there in the lobby crunch, is left in a 1v5.
A good composure there from Sonic. Realizes that he's the only player in lobby. Just played back quite passive. USB's going to try and tap a way out from the secret position, but not going to connect onto a kill. 14 on the board now for Extra Salt. 2 away from being able to progress into the playoffs. And for Bad News Bears, you've got to imagine, Jay, after this has really been the closest map in the series, I want to say, maybe not by the scoreline itself, at least with knowing that that Train had 9 rounds and this is only 1 more for B&B, but they can't go down without a fight, surely.
Well, I'd say even on the basis of the scoreline and in terms of the rounds themselves, it has been the closest map in this series so far.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears. You're right, though. If they can lose this off the back of putting such a great effort, that's going to cripple them going into the lower bracket elimination. Outside presence held together by Bad News Bears. PTR looking to swing here up on the boost boxes. 4 players to find. Who's he going to see? First of OC. Fang trades it. They're going to spray through the smokes, do damage towards Marky. Not a lot of it, though. He does go down, actually. PTR and RZU get a 2 for 1. It's favor to the Bad News Bears.
Even got Spongy rotating very quickly to the lower bomb side, but Sonic's been able to get control out from ramp. They're planting in the smoke. Spongy going to try and spray. Oh, he doesn't find any of the connecting bullets.
Spray continues to do damage, but he can't find JT in the end. He returns the kill to a 3 versus 3. Sonic backing up from ramp. They have no idea that he's here. Ultra walks right in. RZU gets a trade. Back to evens we go once again. Only 1 kit in on Swisher. He cannot afford to go down from here. And Fang and JT on the crossfire. Bomb's not in their direct control at this stage. Decon door open. Smoke down towards double. JT sees one. Swisher takes him. It's all left to Fang for the 3K clutch on the bomb. The spray is good. Takes out RZU. All left to Swisher on 22 points of health. Back on the bomb for the defuse. He's got a kit in play. Taps in from Fang, though. He's stalled for enough time. Swisher's going down. And Extra Salt are going to match point.
Oh, great play there from Fang. And Extra Salt have proved themselves in these clutch situations, Jay, that they do have what it takes. We've seen a 1v2 coming out from OC in this second half, and now a 1 versus 2 again, this time around out for Fang, not overextending out from single door, just playing out the time, peeking with the diffuser, even by his own flash getting blinded, and getting 15 up for the Extra Salt side.
1 AK and 1 AUG is all they've got to work with here for BNB. SMGs on 2, a Fama out for Ultra. And look at PTR, they can walk right into him. He could get 2 kills, but no, JT immediately takes his head off his shoulders from the wide face. The kill comes through. He's on 28 points of health, but now it's Marky's chance to shine. Swisher tapping through to his position. Can't quite get that kill together. Will do a minimal amount of damage. And Bad News Bears on the man disadvantage.
They're looking to get aggro outside. They're looking to try and see if they can take some fights, bring the disadvantage back into an advantage. And Extra Salt are just doing nothing. They're waiting for this over-aggression to come through, but there is a response from the CTs.
Marky sees one, takes him down. RZU still in with this SMG, though, getting a 2K. Fama out, dealt with Back to the player advantage for Extra Salt. Looking to that Heaven player. Spongy drops down. They know he's there on site. Know that RZU's on the outside control. He still gets a triple, potentially on for the quadra. Sonic's got to escape with the bomb. Held out towards the corner. He can get out of dodge. As Fang is extended towards Hell, they can go towards that B site, get the easy plant.
The rotations are already here, though. Spongy dropping down in towards that fence position is going to hear a lot of this information. It's a fake, though. They're going back to upper.
And Fang's got to deal with the likes of RZU. Did he see him? Yes, he did. Spray's a bit awkward. Damage has been done. Fang taking a lot more. RZU has a quadra kill in this round, potentially looking for the ace, and he gets it to save Bad News Bears from losing the fights and losing the game.
Oh, the stand-in gets an ace just when it counts, up against series point for Extra Soul. What a round for RZU after they lose the opening fight outside. He gets in with that SMG, ends up fighting in that 2 versus 2 up to the Heaven position and capitalizes on so many kills. That is a monstrous round from him.
Absolutely huge. A big moment for him to shine. We had doubts about Bad News Bears losing Jonji coming into this series, but it's clear that with a player like that, maybe they might have some potential here. PTR still top fragging for his side, and most players are on 20 each for Extra Salt, but Bad News Bears still kicking and screaming with their impact frags. And here comes the T-side. Switcher on the raft, sees 2 players. Flashed out, keeps him blind. Not going to be accounted for by Sonic. He does take that trade back for a 1 versus 1. And Marky and Sonic and PTR getting involved in 3 versus 2 now for Extra Salt. PTR up in Heaven has a very tight angle to work with Spongy. The same. Marky with the flicks back. And the spray's through on the last will secure it for Extra